Jay Park, the singer, songwriter, producer, rapper, and former 2PM member, has announced to his IG following that he will no longer be the active CEO of AOMG and Higher Music. So, let's talk about it. The record label AOMG was founded in 2013 by Jay Park and currently has 20 artists signed, with the most notable being Lee High, Davida, Punchinello, Code Kunst, Hoodie, Ugly Duck, Elo, Simon Dominic, Loco, Cha Cha Malone, UFC fighter Chan Sung Jung, aka the Korean Zombie. I didn't even know that. And, of course, Jay Park himself. So if you were like me wondering, will he still be signed to these labels, given everything that's going on? Rolling Stone India released an article stating that Jay Park released a new single through AOMG only one day after stepping down from his CEO position. Now, the article reports that he will remain as an advisor to the labels, but there have been no replacements announced as of yet. As for the single, the song is called To Life. I did listen to the song and it's a pretty chill song. Basically, Jay is speaking to his audience about how far he's come and how proud he is, um, and how proud his support system are of his accomplishments. And, he boasts that he's been doing this for 13 years, and he's even got people 20 years older than him calling him boss and things like that. So he's very proud and very happy to boast all that he's done in the coming years. And it seems like a very positive song for the most part, with a meaningful message. Jay Park and Cha Cha Malone sat down and wrote it. So if you haven't heard it, I would definitely suggest that you check it out. Let me know if you have heard the song, and if so, what were your thoughts on it, because I am interested to hear what you think about it, since that's his latest song that he's released since all of this has happened. Now, Jay's other label, Higher Music, was founded in 2017 with his longtime business partner and friend, Cha Cha Malone. That guy who's on several of Jay's tracks that goes, I need a cha-cha beat boy. I love that little tag. Anyways, Higher Music boasts around 20 artists as well, among the most notable being Cha Cha Malone and Jay Park, of course, PH1 and Sick K. So at this point, you might be wondering, okay, but why is Jay resigning his duties as CEO of these companies that he spent his hard earned time and money creating? Like, what is going on? Well, as mentioned earlier, Jay took to his now deleted IG page, which, why is that deleted anyway? Like, curious there and curious so much. Anyways, he wrote the following statement in English and Korean. However, I'll be covering just the English version because my Korean is still like developing and I don't want to butcher any important phrases. Although, if you would like me to force myself to start reading in Korean more often, let me know, because that will like really help me, and I don't do it nearly as enough as I need to. So as I've said, this Instagram of his page is now deleted as of the making of this video, which again I find rather suspect, because why would he even do that? But then again, maybe he just needed some time away from the limelight, or just a quick break or reset, which is normal, given that huge announcement. I can only imagine he was probably going to get his messages flooded with all types of things. So he was probably just trying to, create some space between him and the internet, which is again very normal and understandable. My sister goes on a social like cleanse, every few months. So I totally get it if that's where his mind is at. At least he gave his fans a bit of a warning, because on December 29th, 2021, Jay wrote a mysterious post on his Twitter page, and I'll just read it to you. So he says, if I ever retire or disappear, make sure to miss me. Prayer hands emoji, heart emoji. Now, that was very telling given the fact that he stepped down right after this post. Like, right afterwards, he just announced that he was stepping down from his labels. Jay saying this on Twitter makes me believe that he was trying to let his audience know, like let them in on how he was feeling, kind of like forewarning them or preparing them for what was to come, which is nice. But the way he wrote that also seems kind of like attention seeking ish to me. Like, why would you need to tell people to miss you? Like, if you need to tell people to miss you, like, are you really that loved? Like, what? Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I digress. None of the replies to this seemingly random update were happy about this announcement, which is understandable. Like, why would his followers want to hear something like that? If I heard something like that, which other celebrities have said before, like alarm bells start ringing off in my mind, like, are you okay? Like, I hope you're not trying to like harm yourself or do anything crazy. Like, he's saying stuff like that just sounds really bizarre, and out of nowhere it just immediately makes you think, like, is this person okay? um so many of his followers had this to say, like, right after his post on Twitter. One person says, retire, sure, but don't disappear, WTF. And then someone responded under that one saying, I second this. Another one says, you haven't retired and I'm already missing you, please. That's so cute. Another person says, bro, shut up? Question mark. Jay, stop. Like, stop it. Like, they're just over it. They're like, no, like, get out of here with that. Another person is saying, don't say that. We miss you all the time, even when you are active or not. Another one says, are you kidding? Don't even speak it. Another says, bro, it's barely 11. I'm trying to work to pay my bills. Question mark. Like, some of these responses are hilarious. Another one says, who made you angry or sad? You can't tweet random things like this. It worries us. Are you okay? And I love this response especially because that's her line of thinking is where mine was. Like, why would you say that randomly? Like, you can't say that in today's era, especially with everything going on with COVID. A lot of people are depressed. A lot of people, are going through a lot of stuff, can't really travel, having a hard time still making money. Like, it's just a lot going on. So when you hear things like that from a public figure, it just makes you think, like, whoa, because, these public figures, like, people think that they're happy and they have it all because they have money and fame and public support and love and stuff, but they really go through a lot of deep, dark stuff behind the scenes that you don't know about. So, with that being said, I hope that he is okay. But moving on, I wanted to say, keep in mind that this was 2 days before he announced he was stepping down as CEO of both of his record level labels, not one, but two. He's not going to be the CEO of either. So Soompi had all the tea when it comes to the post he put up on IG, and this is what Jay had to say. After a lot of thought and taking time to organize my emotions, I've decided to step down as the CEO of AOMG and H1GHER Music. I know this may be shocking to a lot of people, but I will remain as an advisor for both labels, and we will continue to be a family and a crew. I want to thank all the fans that have trusted in me and supported me in all my endeavors, and I hope you guys continue to support AOMG, H1GHER Music, and and all the things we do for many years to come. As for all the artists and employees at AOMG and H1GHER Music, I want to sincerely thank you guys for entrusting your futures at these two labels that I founded, and it's really an honor to build this together and to continue to make history side by side. I don't take it for granted for 1 second, and it will always be near and dear to my heart. I'm not perfect, but I've always tried my best, and I will continue to try my best. I love you all. Thank you, and Happy New Year. That was very cute. So, but even still, like, that didn't satisfy me at all. I still had so many questions after reading that, and I wanted to get more context as to why he really wanted to step down. So I scrolled down to Soompi's comments so I can read what some of you guys thought about this rash decision, and this is what some of you had to say. One person says Jay Park has been a very controversial individual his entire career, which I agree, especially in recent years. So I know many people don't like him. This is true. But whether you like him or not, nobody can deny the passion, artistry, and the amount of work this man has done in the past 10 years. How much he has accomplished for the Korean hip hop scene and how many artists he has helped grow. And I'm not taking away the talent and work of each individual artist under these labels, but Jay Park has been a huge influence when it comes to creating a platform and giving them the spotlight they deserve. Who doesn't know the name of Loco, Great, and Code Const nowadays, to name a few? So all that said, despite this feeling like the end of an era, as a longtime fan, I'm just so happy for Jay. It's time to take it easy now, man. I hope the next news I read about Jay Park are of him getting married and having kids. And, I have to agree with everything this person said. Even the people down below are saying very true and well stated. Another person says, I'm honestly kind of happy about this. In an interview, Jay mentioned how he was too busy managing the labels to even think about getting married and having kids and just settling down. He said it would be nice and he would be extremely happy to settle down, visit his family more frequently, go on vacations, relax, etc., yet couldn't because he was way too busy. I'm happy that now, with him stepping down, he can focus on his personal life more and hopefully settle down. Another person said, you did a beautiful job in being the CEO of both AOMG and Higher Music, J Park. I hope whatever you do, you will be happy and it brings success. Another person said, this is so sudden. For some reason, I feel sad and attached to him as head of those labels. It hits particularly hard after seeing his 2021 retrospective on Instagram yesterday. He birthed these companies and built the whole thing from scratch, and now they're home to an impeccable list of artists. I wonder what motivated this decision and hope whoever takes over preserves this legacy he's leaving behind. Another says this is super shocking, but he did amazing as a CEO and an artist. Below that, they say I'll support and will continue to follow. Great job as a CEO. Love him and excited for his next step. Wow, the end of an era. We don't deserve you, but we're glad you came back to us and built this hip hop empire. We won't forget it. Rest and enjoy what you've created. Another one says he kept mentioning retirement for the past couple of years now. So with Won Soju, his Soju brand, I did not know he had one coming out early next year. I'm assuming his main focus will be on getting that out to the world. He really is following Jay-Z's footsteps and branching out into different ventures. That's interesting. That's why I like reading you guys' comments, because you guys teach me things. I'm not that big of a fan of Jay Parks these days. I think I stopped listening to him when I was a teenager, but this is really interesting. I'm just gonna read some more. Another person says he did well all these years. I hope he's wealthy. We just need to support him in his decisions. Oh, I think it's the right choice. He must be crazy busy trying to keep up with both agencies, so I'm glad he's taking a break from it. His mental and physical health comes first. Another says, Jake Park forever, man. With all that has happened in the past and present, I honestly hope he retains some stake in both labels, as they are his brainchild. Another says, I hope it's for good reasons and not because of anything crazy. He's done well. Maybe it's time to bring in something fresh. Here's to the next era, and it includes Soju. Again, so that's really good. One of the last ones say, Jay Park embarrassed himself so much when he posted a BLM tribute on his music video for All the Way Up, only to be crucified by the same BLM community for having an Asian guy in an afro wig in a video. A few months later, Jay Park's reputation is permanently damaged within hip-hop. Under that, they say there is an hip-hop icon that made the stage larger for other artists. And another one said, well, not in Korea. Okay, that's funny. So these comments have definitely taught me some things that I did not know. For instance, I didn't know that he was going to be coming out with a Soju brand. And I didn't know that he had somebody in an afro wig. That's very interesting. But then again, I'm not surprised. Jay Park has been under fire for a lot of questionable things. but I'll talk more about that later on. So as you can see, there are like more mixed reviews here as opposed to on Twitter, which is why I wanted to pull from here too. Some people who probably aren't hardcore followers of his, like myself, agree that this is kind of out of nowhere, but others testify that he's been echoing retiring for quite some time now. I didn't know that he, was so busy running labels, but at the same time, I've never ran a label before, so I can only imagine that it is a lot of hard work and it does take a lot of your attention away from other aspects of your life. So, this is probably a very healthy step forward for him, and I'm very happy and proud of him for taking the time to do what's best for him. We all know that mental health is a kind of a still like a taboo subject in Korea in general and a lot of Asian countries in general. So it's very good that he's, really taking his health and his life seriously. Um, we've lost like way too many idols to things that I feel like could have been preventable. But yeah, there's also quite a bit of chatter about Jay's controversies, which I do plan on breaking down in another video. As most of you may already know, Jay Park has landed himself in questionable situations time and again over the years. He's still widely loved and accepted, but by many, which is great, but there is no denying that he's had like a really shady past. But anyways, that's all that I have to say on Jay's departure from AOMG and Higher Music. Who do you think will run the labels after he stepped down, though? Like, that's an interesting question I'd like to hear answered by you guys. Maybe Cha Cha Malone, since he's probably musically closest to Jay and has a sure vision of where he wants to lead the labels. That's been his longtime business partner and friend for a while. So I would imagine, he will probably be the best runner up, or maybe it'll be someone else. DJ Pumpkin, I think that's his name, is the current CEO, well, co-CEO of AOMG. So that's something that Wiki reported. He took over the position after Simon Dominic stepped down from the role in 2018. So who knows? Maybe Simon might step back up to help, or maybe not. I'm not sure, but let me know what your thoughts are on on this situation with Jay Park and the record labels. How do you feel about him stepping down, and what do you think will happen to the labels as a result of this? Now, personally, I hope his artists can still release music soon. It'd be really unfortunate if there's a hiatus on new music from these artists as a result of this major change. I've barely heard anything from Davida as is, which is like one of his newest artists. So I hope this all works out for the best, and I hope Jay Park and his entire team are doing well, and taking care of themselves. And yeah, Happy New Year, everybody, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.